So, do you want to know the number one thing that you can do to shift your life? All right, you ready? Ask yourself, how can I show up differently this week? What can I do differently this week? What is that thing? What is that habit? What is that idea? What is that action? What is that, just forward momentum, forward progress that you need to step into to make a difference in your life? Hi everyone, my name is Dominique Narciso and I'm a success coach for high achievers living abroad. I'm asking you this question because oftentimes we think that big change happens when something big happens to us, or big change happens when we get that lucky break, or someone that we know tells us of an opportunity. And what I want to tell you is that may seem like it can happen to some people, but a quote that came to me Wednesday morning when I woke up super, super early to get on a call with a potential coach that is going to coach me, I kept thinking, all right, I'm doing something different this week. I haven't gotten a coach for a while. I've had fitness coaches and health coaches, but not a mindset coach. And the Newton's law of an object that stays at rest will stay at rest unless acted upon, or unless acted upon by an outside force. Same thing with an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. And so what I want to share with you is, what is the different action or the different thought or the different thing that you're going to do to move your dreams forward? What is that? What is it? What are you going to do to act bravely, act courageously, to move yourself forward? And I say this not to be like, oh, only like the brave people do it. I say it because if you really want to transform your life, you have to get into action. You have to move forward. You have to do something different. If you keep doing things the same way, you'll get the same results. But when you start tweaking your daily routines, when you start tweaking your daily habits, when you start tweaking your mindset in small increments over time, that's when you get the large transformations. I didn't become an entrepreneur overnight. This is 5 years in the making. I did not randomly learn how to do YouTube videos or podcasting or Instagram or social media overnight. I learned how to do it by doing it. And so if you want to learn something new, if you want to experience progress in your life, if you want to make a difference in this world, you have to get up, get out there, and do it. That's the only way that it's going to happen. And you have to develop that internal motivation, that self-motivation to actually make it happen. You can't wait for someone else to be like, hey, you should go do this, or your parents or your spouse or your kids. It has to come from within. And the only way that you can get to that point where you actually do something different is that you believe in yourself. And you tell yourself, I'm worth it. I love myself. I'm going to do this because I enjoy it. I'm going to do this because it's good for me. It may be painful in the moment because you've never done it before and you're scared and you're fearing judgment. But if you don't get out there and do the things that bring you joy and do the things that matter to you, no one else is going to do it for you. If you're starting, to do the things that you love later in the game of life, like that's great. But if you haven't started yet, why haven't you started? And ask yourself, what can I do differently this week to move myself forward? So I think, and I believe, everybody needs a coach. You got to find someone that's going to help you, push you, level up your mindset, level up the way that you think about yourself. Because if you're working in a bubble, if you're working by yourself, if you're working, even for an institution and you're with the same team, you got to get yourself out to break the patterns. This is what coaching is. It's breaking the patterns of your life that don't work for you anymore, so then you can level up, innovate, create, become better, do something different, increase your potential. Like, there are so many opportunities for you if you just believe that it was possible. And it's that small, shift in thinking. Do I believe that this is possible for me? And if you immediately think in your mind, no, it's not possible, it's not going to happen. But if you think, or let's just say you don't think and you just say, I'm just going to do this, and you do it, and then you see it's not that bad after all, you start training yourself to take more risks. You start training yourself to do things differently. You start training yourself to think differently, and as a result of that, you get different results. When you think different and you do different things and you learn different things, you start moving in a different direction in your life. I'm not saying that what you're doing right now is not a great thing, but if you feel like you're stuck or you feel like, life is kind of plateaued for you, don't believe that that's it. There is another exciting opportunity for you out there. There's another exciting life, but you have to actively create the life you want. Actively, not passively, not thinking about it, just daydreaming about it, but actively taking the steps forward to create the kind of life you want, to create the kind of relationships that you want, to create the kind of body that you want, to create the energy that you want. I have 3 kids. And very limited time. And I knew that I had to shift my energy if I wanted to make this business and this lifestyle work for myself. Just a month ago, I put on some running shoes and I just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go run. Started running, ran 1 mile, ran 2 miles. By the end of the week, I ran 3 miles. By the following week, I ran 6 miles. And it's like this game that you have to play with your mind, like, if I can do this, then I can do that. If I can do that, then I can do that other thing over there. And it's small building blocks over time, and you get better and better and better. And the secret to that is, as you're doing things differently and getting consistent, you start building momentum. And once you have momentum, the floodgates will open. But it's up to you to decide to do something differently. So what will you do differently this week? Share in the comments, send me a DM on Instagram at Dom Narciso. Connect with me on Facebook at the Dom Narciso. Just let me know what you did differently and how else I can support you on your journey to becoming your better self. Because I believe that all of us have that space to improve. You improve every day for the rest of your life, you are going to live an epic life. If you play it safe for the rest of your life, you played it safe. So I challenge you, live an epic life. Do the things that bring you joy. Serve people along the way. Become better. Become that positive light. Become the energy that this world needs to move forward. It can't just be coming from one person or another person. It needs to come from all of us collectively. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Remember to be bold, be positive, and take action every day. Bye for now.